Hello everyone. This will be my review of the Saucony Endorphin Speed. This is one of the newer versions, colorways, not the released in 2020 last year. And yeah, overall I've had around 80-ish miles of running in them. So I generally use them for medium to long runs and like harder efforts, like tempo-ish pace when needed. And yeah, it's been holding up pretty good. In terms of the upper, it's made of quite a thick material. It's not mesh-ish thick material. It's pretty cool. It's no complaints about it. It's very solid. It holds everything in place. I never felt the fit's very good for me. And overall, like, it's not really like a Flyknit and Nike, and it's overall just a generic upper for me. It's pretty light, breathable, no complaints. I just feel like the heel booty construction, this is a bit thick, a bit slightly more bulky than other shoes, like compared to the Infinity React, of course, and other shoes. And like, I think it's a bit thinner on the Pegasus shoes that Nike has, but overall still pretty nice. It fits well. This is not meant to be a racing shoe. It's just meant to be something kind of like a trainer version of their Endorphin Pros. And yeah, so yeah, overall, the upper is very good. Only small complaint I have is, I guess, is a bit too thick sometimes, and it's not as thin as I'd prefer, I guess. But overall, for like, it lasts. I know it's gonna last for a very long time though. So overall, it's not a negative at all. It's just a nitpick. The midsole is the Power Run, or their flagship foam that they have on their Endorphin Speed. Endorphin Pros, and they're basically best energy return midsole. So yeah, I don't really have any complaints on that either. It's just very efficient. It's not super bouncy like React, or it is, but it's not super plush like Zoom X. It's a bit solid. So it's kind of like a hybrid of Zoom X and React, kind of, in a way. Like, I don't think it's better than Zoom X, but it definitely, I think, should last a bit longer than Zoom X in the long run, since I just have a feeling it's not as soft as Zoom X, I guess. But overall, it gets the job done. It works very well, especially in longer runs is nice, tempo pace is nice, the energy return is nice, and yeah, it has a good feeling overall, a very solid feel. But yeah, in terms of the nylon plate, I think inside I feel it a bit, but it's obviously not as obtrusive or as noticeable as a carbon plate in like other, I guess, trainer shoes like the Zoom Flyknit or like the Zoom Fly shoes. So it definitely helps the forward propulsion, but overall it's not as intrusive, so you have more control and it's more comfortable in the long run. In terms of the outsole, it's just generic. I don't think it's going to be super long lasting, but it doesn't need to be, since the midsole can last pretty long. There is a decent amount of foam, but as you can tell, it's in this heel strike area, it's pretty thin, and it's thinning out a bit. And you can tell some parts are starting to wear along the outer ridges, so it's a bit less durable than other trainers. But it's overall very nice in that it's a shoe that works, and it's all-around shoe. It reminds me of the Pegasus Turbos, since it lasts a very long period of time. It should last a very long period of time. I don't feel like it's like a more stable-ish version, since it's more wide, more breathable, and like, it feels, compared to Pegasus Turbo, this does not feel as like plush and quick, but it should get the job done in all distances and no matter the speed. So in terms of the overall wear, it should last over 500 miles for sure for me. Yeah, for me it doesn't feel like a very good shoe. in a way that's super reliable. It's not something that's super flashy. You could definitely race in it, but for me it's not like super powerful in a way, but it's just something that really gets the job done in like the when you need it for like tempos, long runs. And yeah, overall really like this shoe. I'm not gonna race in them. Don't think I'll ever race in them because it feels a bit bulky to race in, to be frank. Like it feels good, but I don't know, I'm just used to having something a bit lighter, like the Vaporflies, or like something a bit like more propulsive, like something with the carbon plate. But overall, this is still a very solid shoe for pretty much everything, and it's definitely better than a lot of other ones out there, especially for its price.